Hi there. For today's Read Aloud, we are going to be reading Monument City. So, the genre for this story is a drama. Remember, we are also focusing on elements of drama. Dramas are stories that are read and acted out. So what I want you to do is look out for settings where the story takes place, a narrator who says words the characters do not say. Remember we talked about this a little bit earlier? All right, and then here are some vocabulary words that are going to be in the story that you may or may not know. If you don't know them, that's okay because we are going to be listening to them or listening to the definition of them right now. Scene.
Scene. A scene is a part of a play. The first scene in the play takes place on a farm.
So that's scene. Let me turn the volume just a little bit. Okay. Monuments.
Monuments. Monuments are statues or buildings that help us remember a person or event. The Washington Monument is one of my favorite monuments.
Monuments. Sites.
Sites. Sites are interesting places people like to visit. We saw the park and other sites in the city.
Sites. Grouchy.
Grouchy. When you are grouchy, you are in a bad mood. I feel grouchy when I do not get enough sleep.
Grouchy. Freedom.
Freedom. Freedom is being able to do what you want to do. At the park, we have the freedom to run around.
Freedom. And the last vocabulary word for this book is symbol.
Symbol. A symbol is something that is used to mean something else. A heart is a symbol of love.
Symbol. All right, and then our purpose for reading, one of our purposes for reading is, I would like for you to make a good guess or prediction about what will happen. Use the characteristics of drama. So think back to that anchor chart of elements of drama, such as characters and setting, to help you make this prediction. So let's go ahead and I would like for us to meet the author.
Jardine Nolan has always loved words. When she was young, she kept lists of her favorite ones, like cucumber and chutney. Now Ms. Nolan is the author of many award-winning books, including Harvey Potter's Balloon Farm, Raising Dragons, and Plantzilla. Ms. Nolan lives with her family near Washington, D.C., so she is very familiar with the famous monuments there. One of her family's favorite places to visit is the National Zoo. Ms. Nolan's daughter says the zoo is a monument to the animals.
So that is the author. I always like to listen or learn a little bit about who wrote the story we're about to read. So Monument City. So what I would like to do for this story is I'm going to show you this front page really quickly. So remember we talked about cast. You've seen this picture before. Cast. So in this story, we're going to have Dad, Mom, Jeff, Deb, and Grandma as the characters. And the narrator, are they a character in the story? No. They are, you're not going to see them actually acting the story out. We're going to hear from them. They're going to tell us things that characters are not saying. They're going to say, here's the example. One morning, Mom and Dad had some good news. Nobody's saying that. Mom and Dad aren't saying that. They're just, the narrator's letting us know that's about to happen, okay? All right, let's go ahead and make our prediction for Monument City. Use the title, what you know about these words, and the cover to help you make the best possible prediction. Once you have a prediction, give it a thumbs up, and if you need more time, just pause the video. So it says Scene 1, good news. So in a play, you're going to have different scenes, okay? This is the one with good news. Narrator, one morning, Mom and Dad had some good news. Mom, we are going on a family trip to Washington, D.C. next week. Jeff, does it have a water park, Mom? Mom, I don't know. I know it has a big river. Deb, the Potomac River. Jeff, well, what can we do there for fun? Mom, Washington, D.C. has lots of great monuments. Some are very big. Deb, we will see all the sights. Dad, we will stay with Grandma. She lives near the city. Deb, perfect. We will be there for the 4th of July. Jeff, but I want to go to a water park on the 4th of July. So notice how you have the different characters, Dad, Deb, and Jeff. They all have their own different lines, okay? All right, now we're at scene 2, the White House. Remember, we were on scene 1, and that was the good news. So now we're at scene 2, the White House. So what do you think these next couple of pages are going to be about? The White House, yes. So here's the narrator. Remember, narrator just letting us, the reader, know, or the audience know what is happening. Narrator, the family went to Washington, D.C. and met Grandma at the White House. Jeff, what is so great about a house that is white? Dad, just wait and see. Deb, I see Grandma. Jeff, why are so many people here? Grandma, oh honey, everyone wants to see the White House. It is the President's house. Jeff, the President lives here? Deb, yes, the first family lives here. Grandma, the White House has 35 bedrooms and 132 rooms. Deb, if I lived here, I could have my own bathroom. Jeff, so could I. All right, now we're on scene 3, the Capitol. So the next couple of pages, this scene, these pages are going to be about the Capitol. Narrator, the family went to see the Capitol. Dad, what do you think of the Capitol, kids? Jeff, oh no, Dad, not another building. Deb, stop being so grouchy, Jeff. Deb, this is where laws are made. Jeff, what is that up on the top? Grandma, that is the Statue of Freedom. Dad, it is a symbol of our country's freedom. Jeff, what is that tall thing way over there? Mom, it is named after our first president. Jeff, George Washington? Dad, very good. Tomorrow we will go to the very top. Jeff, we will? How many steps does it have? Dad, 897. Scene 4, the Washington Monument. So now these next couple of pages are going to be about the Washington Monument. Excellent. Deb, the Washington Monument is the tallest monument in the city. Jeff, it has 897 steps, but we don't walk up. We take an elevator. It takes 1 minute to get to the top. Grandma, you kids know as much about the city as I do. Grandma, the next monument we will see is over there. It honors our 16th president. Deb, Abraham Lincoln. All right, now we're on scene 5. It's going to be about the Lincoln Memorial. Grandma, if the statue inside could stand up, it would be 28 feet tall. Deb, Mom, do you have a penny? My teacher said the Lincoln Memorial is on the back of some pennies. Jeff, let me see that. So there he is grabbing a penny and looking at it. And is he right? Is Deb right? Mm-hmm, it is. Dad, kids walk down to step number 18 with me. Jeff and Deb, 1, 2, 3, Dad. Take a good look when we get to step 18. What do you think they're going to see at step 18? Let's read to find out. Deb, why do you want us to stand here, Dad? Dad, remember this step? I will tell you why when we get to the next monument. Jeff, another one? Do you think Jeff is kind of getting tired of seeing all the monuments? I think so. Scene 6, the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Grandma, the monument to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is one of our newest monuments. Jeff, he looks like he could walk right out of that rock. Grandma, Dr. King gave a great speech that we still remember today. Mom, it was the I Have a Dream speech. Jeff, my teacher read it to us. We made a picture about our dreams. Deb, in school we honor Dr. King on his birthday. Dad, do you remember which step we were on? Jeff, 18. Yes. Sorry. Dad, yes. That is the step Dr. King was on when he gave his speech. Mom, many, many people came to listen to him. Grandma, I was one of those people. Scene 7, the 4th of July. Narrator, Jeff's cousin and family are going to a water park for 4th of July. Jeff wants to go with them. So that's what's going on in this scene, okay? Jeff, I don't know what to do. Mom, it is up to you, Jeff. Grandma, you can't miss the 4th of July in Washington, D.C. It's our country's birthday. We are all invited to the party. Deb, will there be marching bands? Grandma, you bet. And when the stars come out, we will listen to music. Deb, and watch the fireworks? Jeff, then I want to go. Now remember the whole summer he was like, I want to go to a water park. I want to go to a water park. But now he hears about the amazing celebration that's going to be in Washington, D.C., and he wants to stay and see that. All right. Last page. Jeff, happy 4th of July. All right, so this was a little play over, or this was a drama or play over the monuments, the different monuments in Washington, D.C. Trying to go all the way back. All right, and so let's go over this real quick. Can I get you to go ahead and think of the different characters that were in the story? Dad, Mom, Jeff, Deb, and Grandma. So we had 5 characters. And then the narrator, see how there's just stars right there? Because he's not a character. He or she is not a character. This is just the person that's letting the audience, me and you, know what is going on in the scene. Okay? So these characters, they're also known as the cast. Excellent. Okay? And then okay, the next thing is scene. What were the scenes? The different scenes we saw and read about? They were different monuments, right? And different things that were happening in this story. Now, what is a scene? Yes, it lets the audience know what's going to happen, what the characters are going to be acting out, right? So we had good news, and this is where Mom and Dad were sharing their good news with the kids about going to visit Grandma in Washington, D.C. And then there's another scene where they were at the White House. Remember they had a little adventure here at the White House? And then there's another scene with the Capitol and how they were checking out all the different cool things about the Capitol. All right? So the scenes lets the audience know what the next couple of pages or next things that characters or cast is going to act out. Okay? All right, I hope you enjoyed today's little drama over the monuments.